Good morning. I'm going to call the meeting to order. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Treaty 1 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis Nation. My name is Marla Billinghurst and I'll be chairing the panel this morning. To my left is Mr. Mark Boreski and to my far left is Ms. Lori Davidson. Our assessor this morning is Ms. Nancy Flockton. And our secretary this morning is Ms. Belen Rowe and Ms. Hoda Aziz. Okay. We will be hearing applications for revision of the assessment roll in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we will limit discussion to those matters. The statements that applicants or the assessor make at this hearing are sworn testimony, and anyone speaking to the matters must be sworn in. Be advised that comparisons of assessments of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the Board of Revision. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by Council and is independent of it and the City Administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and issues a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the Board's decisions with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to the Court of Queen's Bench if the matter pertains to the application of exemptions from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included with the Board's order. With respect to the hearing process this morning, I will confirm the matters to be addressed with each applicant following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony, followed by questions that the other applicant may have, and then the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all the evidence about an application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. This process will repeat for each item on the docket today. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the Board will deliberate in private and make its decision. You will receive your order by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. Sorry, and I have a terrible cold, so you'll have to excuse the coughing. The first matter on the docket this morning is 123 Wakefield Drive. Could you please come forward and have a seat, please?
Please state your full name.
Nancy Blocker.
And you said you want to provide the fact that you the whole truth and nothing but the truth and nothing but the truth. Please sign up your firm. Okay, please state your full name. And you affirm the evidence you represent is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. I can take your evidence now.
No. Ms. Watson, please proceed when you're ready.
Thank you. Properties at 123 Wakefield Drive. Roll number is 0309128000. It's in the Fairfield Park. It's a cab-over high-level style home, single family, built in 2006. It's 1,535 square feet. It has basement finish, 2 full bathrooms, 1.5 bath. Has air conditioning, a fireplace, an attached multiple garage. The assessed lot size is 8,205 square feet and has land influences of heavy traffic and hydro lines. The homeowner did attend our preview program and attended the open house. So the original assessment for the 2020 assessment at that time was $456,000. After reviewing the property, it was reduced to the $440,000 that it's currently at for the 2020 assessment roll. So for a total square footage of $286.64 a square foot. So I have 4 properties that are all cab over bi-level styles in the Fairfield Park or in the Richmond West. You do have an attached map for your references to see where the comparables are in relation to the subject properties. They're built between 2004 and 2007. The living area ranges from 1,489 square feet to 1,694 square feet. Comparable 1, 3, and 4 have basement finish, while comparable 2 does not. The bathroom range from 2 full bathrooms to 3 full bathrooms. They all have air conditioning. Comparable 2 has the fireplace, while the remaining do not. They all have an attached multiple garage. The lot size ranges from 4,618 square feet to 4,921 square feet. Comparable 2 and 3 have the bus route with the medium traffic influence. So the time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from the $265 a square foot to $301 a square foot. If you look, the ranges for the properties with the basement finish ranges from $286 a square foot to $301 a square foot. The subject is at the low end of the range with the properties with the basement finish. Therefore, these are the comparables that would support the April 2018 market value. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have questions for the assessor?
Actually, what is the comparison? I have closest one, same road. So it was actually in 2018, market value was 468,000, but this property was sold 448,000, and the property owner did some work.
Oh, okay, sorry. You'll have a chance to make your presentation in a minute, but do you have any questions about
No,
the
that's fine.
assessor's presentation? No
That's
questions?
fine.
Okay, sorry. Okay, Ms. Davidson, any questions?
I have no questions at this time, thank you.
Mr. Brisk?
The heavy traffic influence that this has listed for it makes how much of a difference to the assessment?
That I do not have the figure for the actual variable coefficient value. It just certainly does decrease the assessment, but by how much, that I would not know. But when we did review it during our preview program, because the original assessment was $456,000, the assessor at the time reduced it to the $440,000 to account for the traffic and the comparables that were being used. Yeah.
And heavy traffic had not been attributed to it?
It had.
Previously it had,
It
but
had.
not as much?
The assessor at the time reviewed it and felt that the subject was had the market value a little higher than what the comparables were showing, so therefore it was reduced at the preview program from the 456,000 to 440 to give a little bit more for the property itself, comparing it to the comparables in the neighborhood, what they were selling for.
And so then relative to the comparables, you probably then don't know what is the effect of the fact that the lot is twice as big. To what extent does that contribute to that?
Again, I don't have an exact number from the model itself, but when we review our values, we do consider, the heavy traffic, the lot size, the size of the home, if it has basement finish or not, to determine a reasonable market value for the subject.
On Waverly Street,
Yes.
is there anything on that right of way other than the roadway? Is there bicycle path, pedestrian path, anything like that backing on the property?
That's a good question. Unfortunately, I don't have that information yet.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have no questions. Okay, please go ahead with your presentation.
have compared with the same road, is 62 Wakefield Drive. The assessment was 468,000. And the homeowner did some work. You can go to the third page. Now, he did already some renovation, which approximately cost 20,000 to 25,000, I guess, my idea. And he sold 448,000. So if you deduct that 20,000 or 25,000, so actual cost, you can say 428 or 25,000. But assessment value was 468. It's almost 42 or 43,000 more. So this time it's happening to every houses. So this is our assumption that it's already overpriced. If my friend wants to sell his house without doing anything, he cannot sell maybe more for 4,500, something like that, for 400, 5,000 or something like that, not more than that. It's way overpriced, 440,000. This is the same road. His number is 123, and the closest house, I made the comparison, is 62 Wakefield, in the same road. It's on more or less same, 1,593 square feet, and my friend's house is 1,535 square feet. It's very unique comparable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions for the applicant?
Do you know when 62 Wakefield Drive sold?
This was sold in exactly, I don't know, maybe in 2000, this year, I think. I'm not so sure.
Okay, I'm just looking at the MLS, I just pulled it up, and yeah, it sold June, list date was June 7th, 2019. So it is post-reference from our reference period. I can't consider any sales after April 1st, 2018. I look at sales between 16 and 17 and up to April 1st, 2018 when we determine the market value of the property. So this sale would be used for next cycle. It would be in our model for next cycle, so.
No, but you are considering the property price for 2020, right?
With a reference date of April 1st, 2018.
I understand, but it is very recent. That's why the fact is very recent.
Yes, however, we can only look at evidence up to April 1st, 2018, because that's what the
I
reference here is
understand your
based on.
point. Yeah.
Just one other question. You made a comment, your friend, is this your property?
No, it's my friend. Actually, he's my friend and colleague. He is actually out of country. That's why I came.
I'll take it after.
Okay. Okay, good, thank you. I didn't have the authorization on it, but she does, so, perfect. Any work done to the home? That, no.
Building.
Okay. Perfect, no other questions, thank you.
Stephen?
I do have a question. Do you consider the interior and the exterior conditions of 62, the comparable you're bringing forward, and the 123 Wakefield, the subject property, similar or the same?
Exactly, we don't know because it's apparently is visible from the outside.
Okay.
We don't go
Okay.
usually to the house, right?
Perhaps I could ask the assessor that? This wouldn't be 62 because you didn't use it, but
No.
in your comparables, did you consider all of these conditions similar or the same? Like, are they all above average, fair?
For our purposes, I consider them as average condition. I did review the MLS listings, just to kind of make sure that nothing was sticking out
Yeah.
on like a high end of a value.
Sure.
By looking at the sale prices, they're all very similar, so to me, that was average condition for a home, for that age in that area.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Preston? And no questions. Thank you very much. You can leave it with us. We'll get our decision in a minute.
Because whatever comparison you show is a little bit far away from this property. So I just mentioned the closest one.
Thank you. Okay, the next matter is 108 Hickman Crescent.
You have the option to swear in on the Bible or to affirm the Bible. Please state your full name. Do you swear the evidence about the present is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Do you have any evidence to the comment?
Good to see you when you're ready.
Thank you. So the property is at 108 Hickman Crescent, roll number 010011220000. It's in the Elmers area. It's a two-story built in 1995. It's 1,596 square feet living area, no basement finish, 2 full bathrooms and a half bathroom. It has air conditioning, which was recently replaced in 2018. It has an attached multiple garage. It has an assessed lot size of 8,679 square feet. The current 2020 assessment roll is at $442,000 or $276.94 a square foot. There is currently a permit for a sunroom to be built on the property that was issued in July of 2019, and that is not included in this assessment. Okay. So I have 4 comparables. Actually 3 comparables. Comparable 1, 2, and 3 are in the Elmers. Comparable 4 is actually the subject sold within the reference period, so I provided that to show you the time adjustment on the property. So comparable 1 and 3 are in the Elmers. It's a 2-story, built between 1985 and 2005. They range in square footage from 1,705 square feet to 1,926 square feet. They all have basement finish. They all have 2 full bathrooms and a half bathrooms, air conditioning, a fireplace, the attached multiple garage. Lot size range from 5,009 square feet to 7,996 square feet. So if you look at the time adjustment, sale price per square foot ranges from the $250 a square foot to $301 a square foot. As you can see on comparable 4, which is the subject property, the time adjustment of the April 2016 sale is $437,600 or $274.19 square foot. So therefore, by looking at the time adjustment price and the assessment, it's within 5% of our range, and therefore these would be the comparables that would support the April 2018 market value. Thank you. Oh, actually, sorry. I did provide pictures of the property. As you can see, these were the most recent pictures that the department have of the property, and then also the map of where the comparables are. As you can see, the subject on Hoopman Crescent and the comparables are a little farther away. Just trying to find the that age, 1995 style, and the size. As you can see, all my comparables were slightly larger, so it was a little more difficult to find comparables in the area of a 2-story built in 95 with roughly 62 square feet. So I did have to expand around to find some comparables for the property. Thank you. That's everything.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Okay. Ms. Davidson?
Yes, what was the average increase in the Elmhurst neighborhood area?
It was in that supermarket region, I do have it, just give me a second. It was, supermarket region 6, it was 2.45% from last reassessment to this reassessment on average.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay.
Um,
Mr. Boraski?
Okay, on your map,
Yeah,
number 4 is which?
oh yeah,
You've got
because,
subject and comp 4.
right, because when you look at my comparable sheet, comparable 4 is actually the
It's
subject
the
itself, it's
subject.
the same, yes.
So there's an extraneous arrow on the map, is it up in the corner?
That's what it
there?
looks like, yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I apologize for that.
I wasn't sure if there was a mistake then.
No, I noticed that too, I was like, I have an assistant that helps me with my maps, and
Not anymore.
unfortunately, I did not review that to notice the arrow was removed.
This is Charleswood, right?
Correct, yeah.
Ridgewood Avenue, is that a significant thoroughfare or not?
Let me see here, we're on Haynes Street, Elmhurst, I'm just looking, Laxdale. I would say, because Elmhurst is like a major thoroughfare from Wilkes, just because I know the area, so you typically come up Elmhurst and there's a 3-way stop sign there. And then if you want to typically either go straight or you turn down Laxdale, would be the 2 popular streets to get to Grant. I'm not sure about Elmhurst, but I know Laxdale does, they did have speed bumps in the past, so to try to control traffic, because people, are using it to cut through Charleswood to get to Grant from Wilkes, right? So,
That's still closer to Grand
not-
speed bumps, not the south end.
no, yeah, okay, is
Yeah, I
that,
think it's just towards Grand, like the
Towards
last
Grand.
section, by
Yeah.
the mall.
okay,
No.
yeah, it's been a while since I've been there, I usually go down Ridgewood and there's a community center there, so that's how I know the area.
So these are not streets that have heavy commercial traffic, truck traffic, no.
No,
And so then the CN main line is what, just off the map to the south?
correct, yeah, which it probably is closer to, down here, that little strip there.
And what goes on the large lots that are at the bottom of the map there?
At the bottom, those would be commercial areas. I believe this one right here is, I believe it's a church now.
There's a church there, yeah.
It used to be more of a
Some
the
sort of
house, like,
yard.
you-
There's a
you-
house, I
yeah,
have a
like a
house right
wood-
there, I don't know what
yeah.
that is, but then there's a church there.
There's a church there because it was converted, and closer to your property, south of you is
Packers and Smackers, the golf driving range.
yes, thank you, golf driver range. That's what I thought it was, yeah.
Any noise generating properties from these large lots, commercial lots?
I would say no. Yeah.
Here you go, the homeowner answer.
None of them are, it's just the train tracks and then.
The train tracks, I know in the past when, before the church was there, I know a homeowner in the area was complaining about the noise there, but since it's been converted to a church, I haven't heard anything yet from the complaint, the noise in the area, yeah.
I would
Mostly would
say
be the train.
The trains and it's on like a flight path, I guess, but I wouldn't say buildings generate noise there,
Yeah.
unless you had a loud golfer.
There's nothing in the assessment though, like the heavy traffic that there was on the previous one, there's nothing about the train noise that has an impact on the.
No, our influences, you typically have to be adjacent to it, or maybe just across the street from it. So because there is green space and then there's the golf range, the homeowner, this property would not get a traffic or a commercial influence, because it's not adjacent or right across the street from it.
And this property last sold in 2016.
Yeah, April.
In April,
Mhm.
okay, sorry.
If you look at comparable 4, it's actually the subject property, and
yeah,
at the bottom
there's
it
the
says April
listing there, yes.
2016, and then it
Sorry.
shows the time adjustment on it as well.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Please proceed with your presentation.
Sure. So I have 6 comparables. Mine are a little bit older and then one really new one. One really old one really new one, and then the other one's within 10 years, or 10, 15 years, I guess. They're all single dwelling 2-story homes. Few have fully finished basements, some do not. One does not and one has a partial. Square footage wise are probably a little bit more comparable than some comparables that the assessor had. So I don't know if you want to go through each thing, but I don't know, hopefully the table summarizes it all. If you want me to speak on it, I can. But I calculated the price per square foot for the selling prices for each of them, and then how much our home, the subject home, would be at those sale prices. And then the very bottom, I did the same minus a finished basement, assuming maybe 30,000 for a finished basement, and then recalculated a sale price for that, and then how much our house would be at that square footage, or price per square foot. The first three are within our same area, like within a couple of blocks of us, and then the 4 and 6 are further west, and then 5 is the new development right by the perimeter, so those are quite a bit farther away. Also included are I've appealed twice before, so I included those at the end for the assessed values and then the revised assessed values. And then based on the average increase, I didn't calculate that from the last one.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Bogdan, do you have any questions for the applicant?
Since moving into the home, have you done any work? I know you replaced the air conditioner in 2018, because there was a permit issued for that. There's an open permit for the sunroom. Has that been completed?
It's maybe a third of the way through, half the way through, so not yet. But
Which is fine, yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to know for our reference, because it's not included in this assessment at all.
Nothing other than like little plumbing for maintenance. Yeah.
So you haven't finished the basement?
Nope.
Any plans to finish it?
No, the sunroom first. It's down the road. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm just looking at your comparables, like you said, yeah, some of them are much older. Like comparable one, 1986, and the MLS says like original condition.
Yeah. It also doesn't have a garage, so I mean, it was one,
there you
I
go.
got the list given to me, so, comparable, so I didn't go find these myself, so someone helped me generate them. So I kind of added it because it was when I was provided, so.
Okay, because that would certainly bring down the average
Yeah.
of the properties. And, I just noticed also, these don't include the time adjustment. So I see, yes, they were sold in 2017. Our reference date is April 1st, 2018.
Mhm.
So typically we would time adjust these sales up to that reference date.
Sure.
So they're just, other than that, I have no further questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Davis?
I just have a quick question for you. You mentioned that of the 6 comparables that you've selected, they're kind of in chunks of 3 different areas relative to your property. Given, they're in quite different locations, there's differences in age, as the assessor noted, etc. Which comparables would you rely on the most relative to your subject property?
I would probably remove comp 1 and comp 5, just because 5 is off. I mean, 2 and 3 are closer to us. For sure, probably 2 and 3 I would probably be most. 2 and 3.
Okay, and I'm probably just missing this, but the subject property on
Oh, it's the S.
Cookman.
It's the S on the bottom right. It kind of looks like a.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Oh,
I wasn't sure. what
I
that
did it
was.
afterwards. I was like, I should probably put my house there. So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Thanks.
Mr. Perez?
Just to understand, so you have taken the sale price and converted that to price per square foot. And subject.
So that would be my house square footage times that price per square
Times
foot.
that, oh, okay.
And then that's that was at the sale price. And then the bottom one is minus, say, a month for a basement that was finished.
So deleting the 30,000
For a full basement.
for if they had full
So that would be
15 if it was partial.
Yeah, so I don't know what the first one is, if kind of exclude that one maybe, because I don't really know what happened there, but 2, 3, and 6 have, 2, 3, 4, and 6 have fully finished, so I subtracted a basement value for that.
Okay.
And recalculated that.
So your best two were built in 82 and 85. Do you know, have they been remodeled?
I have the descriptions here, I didn't quite go through them, I didn't think, I mean, I didn't know if that was totally relevant when I was kind of told to talk about it, not speak about cosmetic changes. So I mean, they're listed here with kind of the MLS listing at the time of the sale, so some of them do mention they've been remodeled or whatnot. I'm not sure what it was, other than what the MLS listing would have.
Thank you very much. Okay. Just get this back. Oh, is this one? Okay. The next property is 53 Aintree Crescent.
Please state your full name.
Right.
And you stand as a representative of the Hope Church and Recommendation Society Blood. Thank you. Give me a moment for the panel opinion.
Actually, I feel badly for.
Oh, no, don't worry. I just pulled some things off the internet that are current listings, as comparables, which, yeah, because I would just took the one copy, so I apologize.
I think that's what was provided to me. in
No,
the-
there's some new ones
Oh,
that
there's
are
some new
recent.
ones?
Yeah.
Provided some stuff, but if there's new ones,
I just, these are new as of.
Do you want photocopies done, or are we showing one copy?
They're pretty comparable to what you had in here.
Let's write it in the back here. I'll start with my presentation and then I'll continue. You guys want to look at it while I talk, or?
We'll look at it after.
Perfect. So I'll begin with my presentation. Okay, so it is 53 Aintree Crescent, roll number 03068223200. It's in the Richmond West area. It's a two-story, built in 1993. It's 1,878 square feet. We have approximately 50% basement finish. It has 3 full baths and a half baths. It has air conditioning, which was replaced in 2018 according to our permits. One fireplace and an attached multiple garage. Lot size is 7,095 square feet. The 2020 assessment is $451,000 or $240.15 a square foot. So I have 4 comparables, all in the Richmond West, all 2 stories, built between 1992 and 93. I did attach a map for your viewing to look at the location of the comparables, comparing it to the subject property. So the living area ranges from 1,812 square feet to 1,858 square feet. They all have basement finish. Ranges from 2 full baths and a half baths to 3 full baths and a half bath. They all have air conditioning, they all have the fireplace, all have the attached multiple garage. Lot size ranges from 5,497 square feet to 5,937 square feet. Comparable 4 has the land influence of the bus route in the medium traffic. The time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from $230 a square foot to $250 a square foot. These would be the comparables that would support the April 1st, 2018 market value.
Thank you. Do you have questions for the assessor?
I do. It says 3 full baths. What constitutes a full bath?
It would be the toilet, sink, and a tub shower combo.
Okay. So I have 2 full baths and 3/4 bath and a half bath. Because the master bedroom has toilet, sink, and shower.
So the master is like a 3-piece, right?
Yes.
Okay, so. And then you have a 4-piece, which would be a full bath.
2 4-piece.
2 of them, okay, so
2
one would be
4-piece.
upstairs and one in the basement? Okay,
And then a half bath on the main.
and then a half bath on the main. And notice how we enter it, let's see here, so. Okay. Looks like we're slightly off, so I would put, for us, it's, 2 full baths, 2 half baths with 1 shower. So it would be from the 3 to the 2, then the 1 to 2, and then the 1 shower. So I'll definitely update our records for that, thank you.
Okay. Do I continue?
Do you have any further questions?
Nope,
This is
that
just
was my question. That was my one question.
Okay, sure, we'll get to your presentation in a minute then. Ms. Davidson, do you have any questions?
I do have a question. I'm looking at subject property is 53 Aintree and comp 3 is 48 Aintree.
Yep.
So these 2 houses are about 25-ish years old. Are they the same builder and are they in the same condition? Has one had any renos versus the other?
I would not know if they were the same builder or not, we don't have that information.
I can tell you the builder. The builder was Hallmark.
For both of them?
For mine. it was
Okay, yeah,
Hallmark.
for the other one, I know for 48 Aintree, I reviewed the MLS, it was dated at the time it sold,
Okay.
so no renovations were taking place. For the subject, I would not know if the homeowner has done any upgrades,
Can
it's
ask
just,
her.
yeah, it's in 1993 in average condition, so.
Okay, so I can ask her
Yeah.
when she does her presentation.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Burris.
What difference in value is there on a property if you have a bath shower combination versus a walk-in shower?
It is actually the same value.
Same value?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Okay.
It's just how we record it, yeah.
Okay. Does one of those appear more attractive in the market than the other, in your opinion?
In my opinion, it really depends on the house. The walk-in shower is for the ensuite, so to me, in my opinion, would be no difference. If a house had 1 bathroom only and it was a walk-in shower instead of the tub shower combo, it may reflect differently in the market because, especially if people have young kids, you need the bathtub to bathe the kids and not always take showers, so there could be a difference. But with multiple bathrooms in the house, I don't see a difference in the market for that.
Are all of these properties 3-bedroom now?
Just give me 1 second. 3 and 4 are 3 bedrooms. The other 2 they list as 4 bedrooms.
What difference does that make in the market as to whether you have otherwise comparable houses, one having 3 bedrooms, the other one having 4?
In my opinion, I haven't really seen a difference from 3 to 4. In my experience, I've seen people turn a 4-bedroom house into a 3-bedroom because they can make a bigger ensuite. That's a lot of cases happen with the older homes. A lot of people do look for the 3-bedroom houses. That's a minimum, 2 kids with family, 4-bedroom. In my experience, I haven't seen such a demand for them. It's more the 3 bedrooms for sure, that they would like upstairs on the main, all on the same
That's 3
floor.
bedrooms relative to a 2, for instance. People are looking for 3 as opposed to 2.
Yeah, I would go more that. I guess the 4-bedroom is a bonus unless you have a 3rd child and you're really looking for that 4th bedroom on the same living area, on the same floor. There's a lot of families like to have everyone sleeping on the same floor, especially when they're little. I've seen that where people are demanding that, but to give value, I can't say.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Please proceed with your presentation.
Well, just a couple of things. The year it says 2000. Actually, when my husband and I divorced in 2013, I actually paid $388. That was the breakdown of what we agreed upon for the house. So that's what I paid for in 2013. I don't know what work has been done on these other homes or anything, but what I have done in our house recently, a couple years ago, last year, before I had to replace the air conditioner. It was under warranty, but Bison Plumbing and Heating went out of business, and the company that purchased them were not under the warranty, so maybe that, but that was the most recent one. And paint, and I replaced the carpet upstairs. The rest of the house is exactly as it was when we purchased it in 2000. January 1, 2000. But of the comparables, I do remember when the house across from me, the 48 tree was purchased. I do remember that going up for sale. I did not go look at that house. I don't know exactly what it looks like on the inside, but that would be the one I would say would probably be the most comparable. The other ones on the block have definitely, as you can see from the pictures I sent you, hardwood floors, updated carpeting, updated granite countertops and things like that, and I've got the original lovely plastic countertops in it. I didn't think to pull anything off of a website for comparables as far as considerations. One thing I would like to point out is my house does back onto 4 other houses. Counting the one on the west side, so that's a lot of fencing to take care of and be responsible for as well. So, and it is an odd-shaped lot, which constitutes more parking.
Do you have any questions for the applicant? Ms. Watson?
No, she answered the questions of what kind of work she's done to the homes, so thank you.
Ms. Davies?
I have no questions, thank you.
No questions.
That's everything then?
Those
Those are the ones I actually just pulled off the website yesterday that were closest to my home.
okay.
I think, sure I spent some more this morning before I came, but I couldn't get the printer working.
Okay, thank you very much. The next matter on the docket, 50 Samara Court.
Have a good evening. Please state your full name and your
do apologize, this is my first time, so I don't know what was going on.
That's only one copy, yeah.
Okay.
Please proceed when you're ready.
50 Samara Cove, roll number 030913368800 in Richmond West. Pardon me. It's a one-story built in 2008. It's 1,372 square feet. It has basement finish, 3 full bathrooms and a half bath, air conditioning, no fireplace, and an attached multiple garage. It's 6,087 square feet. In lot size, it has a park influence. The 2020 assessment is $462,000 or $336.73 a square foot. I have 4 comparables. They're all in the Richmond West area. They're all 1 story. I have attached a map as well. You can see the location of the comparables in relation to the subject property. Your build ranges between 2002 and 2010. Living area ranges from 1,305 square feet to 1,409 square feet. They all have basement finish. Comparable 1 only has 1 bedroom in the basement. We do say yes, but it is a partial finished basement with 1 bedroom. The remaining will be 60 to 70% complete, similar to the subject property. The bathrooms range from 2 full bathrooms to 3 full bathrooms. They all have air conditioning. Comparable 4 has a fireplace. They all have an attached multiple garage. Lot size is 4,619 square feet to 6,930 square feet. The time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from $223 a square foot to the time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from $323 a square foot to $342 a square foot. These are the comparables that support the April 1st, 2018 market value. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have questions for the assessor?
Yes, ma'am. What is half baths? What is a half bath?
A half bath is the toilet and the sink.
I got only one, it mentioned here too.
But you have one bathroom that has a shower.
Yes, that's mentioned at the bottom.
Yeah, so a 3-piece is considered a half bath, so the toilet and the sink, and then the shower is recorded separately for the 3-piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I know, it's
So it's
confusing how
5
we,
rooms is this?
yeah. So when I say 3 full, it's the 2 full plus the 3-piece, right, with the shower, so that's 3, and then just the 2-piece separate as a half bath, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, I know, it's quite confusing.
Those are your questions?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, Ms. Davidson?
No questions, thank you.
Mr. Burris?
So your comparables in the subject are all pretty close together. Tell me a little about the history here, because the year built goes from 2002 to 2010. What was going on in this subdivision here? Like you've got comp 1 is 2010.
Right, because it's on the same cove as the subject.
And was that cove not developed until much later than
Correct.
the rest of it? That was
Yeah, it was
a
put in.
significant difference in time.
It is, yes.
Okay. And the number of bedrooms for all of these?
All the comparables have 3 bedrooms. And the subject, we have 3 bedrooms.
And the oldest sale here was August 2016,
Which is on the same street as the subject.
resulting in the second highest sale price per square feet. Do you put a lot of weight on this one relative to comps 2, 3, and 4?
I do put a lot of weight on this one because it's on the same cove and it's the same year built. But then I'm considering it did have the partial basement, only the 1 bedroom in the basement, so relatively, yeah, it sold for a good value at $442,000 in August 18, comparing to comparables 2 and 3, which sold less at $435 in 2017, but they're older, but with full basement finish. So you kind of have to balance that of the age, right? 2002, 2003, you're looking at more maintenance that will need to be done if they've done it before the sale, or you have to buy a house and you have more maintenance to do versus a 2010. It's still fairly new, so you're not looking at replacing windows right away. Hopefully the furnace is still kicking around, right? Whereas once you get into the older ones, you're looking at more maintenance issues. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
She has no question.
So, that house you're talking about, within a 6 Samarako, is actually the same house as mine, because it took the same plan, they did the same thing, you know. So the value shows like $18,000 lesser than what I'm having now. And also in the same street, 58, it's a brand new house, and all the houses are, like I was a second house from the lot what has been built, and all the houses are brand new, like 2-3 years early. And it's showing, and it's a house with 6,095 square feet. So that's just my neighbor's house, second house to my left. And it says much more lesser value than mine. It's 446,000 with the basement finish and built in 2011 and 2 stories. Same park side. And that is not compared here, what is on the 58. It's not a comparison here.
Oh. Okay,
So I just left it on that.
yes, you brought in assessments, and as I had stated at the beginning, we can't look at assessments for evidence.
Mm.
Bring in comparable sales.
Mm.
Yes.
So I was not aware of this, so that's why I apologize. But this house is sold, that's why this house is sold in 2.5 years back. This price is there. So the house is sold. It's
Okay.
58.
Do you have evidence?
I don't have evidence, I just know as an, because I didn't know, I just brought this map with the price. And that is the value. That's it.
Oh, okay. Ms. Walken, do you have any questions?
So you said 58 Samara Cove sold?
Yeah, it just was owned by the students and then they sold it to the
Okay.
previous owner. I think it's 2.5 years, not more than 3 years.
So it must have sold privately because the last sale on MLS was 2013.
Possible, maybe I'm getting the years wrong.
Yeah, 2013, for $454,000 in 2013 it sold for.
How much?
Sorry, $454,000, and that was a 2013 sale. And it's a 2-story,
Yeah,
and you're a bungalow.
yeah.
So, I don't compare 2 stories to bungalows. They sell differently in the market. I would just like to make a comment because you're comparing assessments, and as she's indicated
yes.
before, we don't compare assessments. But when you're looking at 6 Samara Cove compared to yours, you said it's similar, but their assessment is less. It's because they have less basement finish as yours. They only have a partial, like 1 bedroom, so like 194 square feet, where we have yours as a fully finished basement, like 70% completed. So there will be an assessment difference in there. And also, decks, if you have a deck and they don't have a deck, that will certainly affect the assessment. So that's why we don't compare assessments, because we never know, you don't know what's in the other property and what's the differences unless you really break it down and look at it. So that's why we look at sales to support our values, or some cases we have to make a recommendation, but that's why we use sales, because we know it's sold, we can see the characteristics and compare it to your home, just for the future for yourself. Have you, obviously it's a 2008 home, you haven't done any work to the house, eh? It's fairly newer, so.
I'm just doing because there is some cracks and all on the, like between the walls, so I had to now partially paint it, but not nothing major.
No, nothing major,
Nothing
okay.
major to be done. It's just plumbing work or
Yeah.
bathtub filters and those minor things.
Okay.
Yeah. And my deck was already made, I think, in the beginning of the house.
Yes, we do have the
All
deck
that,
on file, yeah.
all the things.
All right, no further questions, thank you.
Stevenson?
I have no questions, thank you.
Thank you.
You are assessed at $462,000, although you unfortunately brought us assessments by comparison. What is the amount that you think it ought to be assessed at?
I think with this previous bungalow sold, and the other two, the owners are very close with us, neighbors, because we are in the same cove, you know. So they said according to the assessment, they sold the houses very low. So me, I was thinking like 442,000. In the beginning, actually, I'm the only one who called the tax department and said, I'm actually paying lower tax, $3,000 according to Scotia Bank, and they were laughing at me, and I was new to Canada, so. But I actually, honestly, I'm the one who told them, and that's the way what my assessment is going up every year, what is the other houses in opposite the park. Like I didn't know that I had been the sales, but as I have gone just opposite my park, it's the same thing. Those houses are larger than mine, and they're not selling as same as my house is being valued. So I compared according to this, just talking to neighbors, and when I see their houses are all bigger than mine, and I actually reduced the plan. My house is originally 8,500, so I didn't want to afford the tax. So then I reduced with my build. Okay, let's build it smaller, because I thought that would reduce my tax. But when the assessment came, they said it's according to the rooms as well, how many rooms I have. So I was, because I knew to Canada, I didn't know all that. So that's one of the things. Just sharing. Thank you.
And you're the original owner of this house?
I am.
Okay. You purchased the lot in 2008?
Yes, that's the same time I came to Canada, 2007 December. So that was the last lot in the area, and I purchased it convenient for my daughter and schooling and working.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But we're going to take a short 5-minute break for 1 minute. All right. The next matter on the docket is 31 Fenwick Place. Please forward.
For sure. So, do you want to swear in on the Bible or affirm without it? For sure. Please state your full name. And you swear the evidence you represent is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Please state your full name. And you swear the evidence you represent is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Do you have any evidence to share with the panel?
Yeah. There's two different sheets. No, this is the. Okay.
0309119580. It's in the Richmond West area. It's a one-story built in 2004. It's 1,231 square feet. It has approximately 70% basement finish. Currently on record, we have 2 full bathrooms. We have the air conditioning, an attached multiple garage. The lot size is 5,590 square feet. The 2020 assessment is $419,000 or $340.37 a square foot. The property was purchased within the reference year in 2017 for $410,000. So if we time adjust that up to April 1st, 2018, it's $413,000, which is within the 5% allowance that we have for our assessments. So I have 4 comparables, all in the Richmond West area. They're all one-stories, built between 2001 to 2002. They range in size from 1,221 square feet to 1,305 square feet. They all have basement finish, similar to the subject, roughly 65% to 70% basement finish. They all have 3 full bathrooms, air conditioning, and the attached multiple garage. Lot size ranges from 4,398 square feet to 4,619 square feet. Comparable 2 has the bus route, and it's on an external corner of the property. Comparable 4 has also the bus route, the medium traffic, and the school, and I provided a map. For your viewing, you can see where the subject property is in relation to the comparables that are being used. So the time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from $331 a square foot to $357 a square foot. These are the comparables that support the April 1st, 2018 market value.
Thank you. Do you have questions for the assessor?
What do you mean by like the 5%?
When we do our analysis for our, because it's mass assessment, so we look at all the sales in the city and then we break it down to market regions. And when we were analyzing the sales, we tried to have a 5% allowance. So the assessment to sale ratio, so we've got sales versus the assessment. The best is 1, obviously, but because it's done on mass and all the variables calculations, it varies, and we try to be within 5%, so 95% or 105%. So for our purposes, in order to pass all our statistical analysis, we have to be within the 5%. So typically we don't cut if it's within 5% of our assessment. So, yeah.
Alright.
Do you have any further questions?
No.
Okay, so just.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Ms. Davidson?
Yeah, I just had a quick question. What was the increase in market value in this neighborhood area or market region?
Ooh, this is market region 8.
Market region's bigger than the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So market region 8 was 6.96% over the 2 years, I know.
That must include the new areas.
Yeah, it
like Bridgewater
included
and that.
like Bridgewater, Richmond West,
Right.
what's the other place? Like White Ridge,
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
the other one? Linden Woods, there we go.
Okay.
Trying to think of major,
Sure.
major ones there that you would, yeah,
Okay.
it counts all that, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
No questions.
Mr. Rose? Okay, please proceed with your presentation.
So like when we bought the house, it was $410. Like it was like when we bought the house, there was a lot of like fixes needed to be done. Like for example, like the roof was like basically like the roof is not really in great condition. Like there were shingles flying off sometimes, and like there's like leakage into like water and like snow leaking into our house. So it's like I provided like the receipt for like the shingles and like the downpipes that were added to the house. And also in a lot of the pipes that like we found that there was a lot of like water leakage or like
basically a lot of the pipes were not in great condition too since it was built in 2004. I don't think the previous owners, like, they fixed anything. So when we bought the house, we had to fix a lot of like these different like minute little things, which added to like the value of the house, but that had to come out of like we don't think that the value of the house should be like that high, considering that like we had to do a lot of like fixes, and like the pipes were like not in great condition. Like there's a lot of like water leakage in the bathroom and like the kitchen sinks.
Okay. Do you have any questions for the applicants?
Sure, so you're talking about, so when you bought the home, it was original condition, right? So you, like you said, the previous owner did not do any maintenance on the house? And you have been doing, like your parents have been doing maintenance since and kind of doing those repairs. Were you aware of some of the maintenance issues when the house was purchased? Like, most likely the roof, because the roof was probably showing the shingles being worn, because you replaced the roof, correct? Yeah.
Like, but it wasn't as bad as we thought it was. Like we thought we could just replace like one or two, but then apparently like we couldn't. Like it had to be like everything had to be replaced.
Yeah, I get that. Buying an older house, yeah, you don't think it's, oh, that's good. Yeah.
Like when we bought the house, like we didn't know that there was a lot of things that we had to fix. So like
right away, yeah.
When like we were like, oh, now we have to like fix the roof, we have to fix like the pipes, we have to fix the bathroom, we have to fix the kitchen.
How many bathrooms are in the house?
There's 2 full bathrooms and 1 half bathroom. Like just like a sink and a toilet in the basement.
Just the sink and the toilet, no shower?
Oh yeah, there's a shower.
There's a shower down there, so 3 pieces. No further questions, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Davis.
I saw the bills that you provided for the roofing, and you mentioned that you had fixes in the bath and the kitchen. Were those, and pipe stuff, was that in addition to the roofing? Like, did you have to hire someone to do, you know, these fixes other than the roofing people with the bills that you showed us?
Like the basement for like the pipes, we had people come over, but then we didn't we didn't make the invoice where it was like.
Did you do the work, or?
No, we hired someone to
Right.
fix it, cause like we couldn't fix the pipe ourselves.
No, for sure. Do you remember roughly what that might have cost?
Like almost $1,000.
Okay, and just a quick follow-up. So you purchased the house in 2017, and did you do the renovations in 2017, or when did you do the roof? I forgot to look on the bill.
We did it in like basically last summer, 2018 summer.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
What is the value that you think would be a more appropriate assessment?
Like not over the sale price of the house.
That's all my questions.
Okay, I don't have any questions. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, there are a couple matters on the docket who do not attend, so can we please, I see you two in the hall. All right, I'm going to have a cough candy.
Yep.
And the next matter we will be hearing is 716 Haney Street.
Okay, so property at 716 Haney Street. Roll number is 0100219250. It's in the Elmhurst area. It's a two-story. Built in 2014, it's 2,220 square feet with no basement finish. 2 full bathrooms, a half bath, air conditioning, the attached multiple garage. The lot size is 21,782 square feet with the medium traffic. The 2020 assessment roll is $614,000, or $276.58 a square foot. So the 4 comparables, because it is an infill house, you see the 4 comparables ranging in neighborhood. So I have attached the map as well to show you where the comparables are in relation to the subject property. So we have homes, they're all 2 stories. One's built in 2005, the remaining are one's in 2014, which comparable 1 is on the same street as the subject. And then comparable 2 and 4 are built in 2016. They range in size from 2,134 square feet to 2,509 square feet. No basement finish, 2 full baths and a half bath, all air conditioning. Comparable 2, 3, and 4 have the fireplace. They all have the attached multiple garage. Lot size range from 5,005 square feet to 10,658 square feet. Comparable 1 has the medium traffic similar to the subject property. The time adjustment sale price per square foot ranges from $272 a square foot to $300 a square foot. These are the comparables that would support the April 1st, 2018 market value.
Thank you very much. Ms. Davidson, do you have any questions
I have
for
no
the
questions,
assessor?
thanks.
Mr. Boreski?
No.
Okay, nor do I. Thank you. Okay, the next matter is 148 Kirkbridge Drive.
So 148 Kirkbridge Drive, roll number is 030681262200. It's in the Richmond West area. It's a 2-story. Built in 1986, it's 2,142 square feet. Has basement finish, 3 full bathrooms and a half bath, air conditioning, a fireplace, and the attached multiple garage. The lot size is 6,975 square feet, and it has the bus route and medium traffic as land influences. The 2020 assessment is at $439,000 or $204.95 a square foot. In this case, actually, the homeowner also attended the open house during our preview program. The original 2020 assessment was $464,000. After discussion and review, it was reduced to the $439,000. So I do have 4 comparables, all in the Richmond West. They're all 2 stories, built between 1985 and 1989. And as you can see in the map attached to it, you can see the comparables in relation to the subject property. Living area ranges from 2,036 square feet to 2,444 square feet. They all have basement finish. Comparable 2 has 2 full bathrooms and a half bath, while the remaining have 3 full bathrooms and a half bath. They all have the central air, all have the fireplace, all have the attached multiple garage. The lot size ranges from 6,378 square feet to 7,921 square feet. And we do have a couple influences. So comparable 1 has the bus route, the bus stop, and the medium traffic, as it's on the same street as the subject property. Comparable 3 is the internal corner, and comparable 4 is also internal corner with the super mailbox as an influence. So the time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges from $180 to $209 a square foot. Therefore, these are the comparables that would support the April 1st, 2018 market value.
Thank you, Ms. Davidson.
I have no questions, thank you.
Mr. Burrows.
So it was brought down from 464 to 439 for
Correct.
what reason?
The homeowner came to the program, felt the value was too high. Let me see. Where are my notes? The assessor at the time just reviewed the auto comparables that were provided at the program with the homeowner, and it was agreed on a mid-range of comparables at $200 a square foot, based on the comparables that were reviewed at that time.
And those are not the same comparables as these ones?
No. When we do our preview program, they're computer-generated comparables, just the sheer volume that we have of the appointments every 15 minutes and the prep time that we have, we typically just run a computer-generated list, like 4 comparables. Where in this case, when I come here, I like to review my comparables and find ones that are more similar to the subject property on occasion, because sometimes the comparables that computer generates are not the best comparables that we have out there. So I do a little more research on finding comparables that are similar to the subject and spend more time reviewing them than what we would do at a preview program.
So I would probably describe these as very tight comparables. I mean, look at the size,
Yes.
age, lot size is not hugely different, that sort of thing. The range is 180 to 209.
And we, yeah.
The only significant factor here then is what? The fact that comparable number 1 is 2,444 compared with the others, and that affects that range?
Correct, because as the house gets bigger, the price per square foot is lower. So because yes, it is a much larger house, the price per square foot is much lower. So if you take that out, where the other 3 comparables are a little tighter to the subject in square footage, then you're looking at 195 to 209. Yeah. So yeah, a larger house will affect the price per square foot.
That's all my questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes our hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that concludes our hearing.
Head's a little thick today.